Hello and welcome to another wrestling figure unboxing video with Ryan, which is me. And today we are looking at the Fiend Series 77 in Elite form. So the Fiend was massively popular when he first came out in WWE, and what they wanted to do obviously was release him in figure form as quickly as possible. So if I remember correctly, they released the Fiend in basic, because they basically wanted to rush him out as quick as they could to capitalise on the popularity of the character. So I think pretty sure the first wrestling figure for the Fiend was a WrestleMania basic, and then I believe that this was the first Elite Series, which is the SummerSlam one. So in the line, you've got Fiend, Miss Elizabeth, Rick Rude, Viscera, Ronda Rousey and AJ Styles. But pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the SummerSlam Fiend was the first Elite of the character. And then they just kept ploughing out as many Fiend figures as possible. Like I say, they had the WrestleMania Basic, they had the SummerSlam Elite, they had the Standard Elite, then they had the WrestleMania Elite with the Blue Universal Championship, and they done the Ultimate Edition Fiend as well, which was a really good character, really good figure. And they also done the Burnt Fiend. Now, I was never a fan of that as a figure. I was never a fan of the storyline, and as a figure I thought it looked terrible, but I know it was still quite popular. So anyway, this is the only Fiend figure that I own. I went out and bought it when it came out. We used to have a shop around the corner from us, which opened up, and then unfortunately due to the pandemic they've found its feet again after COVID, so they had to close down, unfortunately. But it was called the wrestling place. That's where I got this from when it first came out over here. And so let's have a look at Fiend. So obviously, as normal with the Elite, you get different set of hands. It's got hair and heel on the gloves. I don't know if you can read that properly. Comes with the Fiend's lantern, which I always thought was cool. There we are. That's the lantern that it comes with. So obviously, if I remember correctly, and this is the first Elite that come out for the Fiend, which I think it is, then it's the first time we got the lantern. Because in the basic form, obviously, they didn't get any accessories. So you can get them out. Bit hard, this one. That's why. Plastic on his hand. Should have left me scissors out. Never mind. Right, he's out. So yeah, the hands that it comes with already are the open hands, just normal open hands, and then you can switch them with the ones that can hold like weapons and stuff like that. So anyway, here's what he looks like. See, the pants are slightly darker than this one. I think they were quite light in the basic that they did release. That mask in figure form is fantastic, to be fair. Let's have a look. I've not looked at this close up before, obviously I've never unboxed it. You can see all the detail in his tattoos of all the different colouring that you can see the tattoo on his back behind his vest that he wears. You can see the tattoo on the chest behind his vest. obviously he's got the tattoo and the detail of Wyatt there on the inside. I mean, really detailed on the amount of time and effort that they've put into each of his tattoos to make them look exactly like they do. Obviously we've seen in recent months the issues that wrestlers having tattoos can cause in regards to like merchandise and stuff, with the whole situation, legality of Randy Orton, and what he was facing with his ex-tattoo artists. But never mind, we won't go into that. But just looking in detail of the Fiend in what I think is the first ever elite from the Fiend. Let's see if we can take this hand out. Should pop straight out, so there we go. And let's pop this one in. Yeah, this one's the right one. If can, do you know what? Some of them dead easy to do. Some of them take it a little bit of force. There we go. I wanted to switch it over, so I can pop in, if I can, the head lantern, if it'll work for me. Bends a little bit. Come on now. Don't know if that hand is open enough. To be honest, that's a little bit annoying. That doesn't really. If can just. That doesn't seem to open that good, which is a bit annoying. I don't know whether that's just because it's brand new. Like say, never been opened, never been touched. There we are. So you can display it, which is what I will do with the lantern. Here we are. Look at that. That is a really, really good figure. Do you know what? Like with the Fiend character, I did love it. Obviously, when it first started, and then they didn't really know what they were doing with it. But to be honest with you, like I always wanted to like get a Fiend figure as quick as I could because I knew that they'd sell well. Not only that, I mean, look how cool as a toy, as a figure, as a collectible. Look how cool that looks. That is pretty top quality, isn't it? Like I've done the Bray Wyatt unboxing, the basic, in a previous video. That if you go back, check out my other videos, you'll see that. And it's a decent enough figure, but obviously it's a basic. I mean, there's Bray Wyatt elites that look better than that one, the one I've got. But I mean, this elite, I'm pretty sure. I mean, feel free to check it, and feel free, if you know, to comment and let me know if this was the actual first elite figure for the Fiend. But I'm pretty sure it was. I know that they rushed out the basic as quick as they could to capitalise on the popularity. I'm sure this was the first elite. And do you know what? Like, there's been about, considering the character wasn't around for that long, really, maybe like 2 years, it's about 7, 8, maybe 9 different figures for it. Like, say, there's this elite, there's the basic, and there's the ultimate, there's the second elite with the WrestleMania elite with the blue strap. I think it was the 2 basics all in all. I think there was another basic, and there was a Funko, and a Fiend Funko Pop. Then there was the Fiend Christmas Funko Pop. So there is quite a few out. I think there's more than that as well, to be honest, if you look into it. And then they did the different Bray Wyatt figures, where he was obviously doing the Bray Wyatt with the red jumper and that from the Firefly Funhouse. There's a couple of them figures knocking around from the same time as the Fiend too. But anyway, really impressed with this. Do you know what? I forgot I had this figure. It was only when I'd done the Bray Wyatt one yesterday, and I was like, I'm sure I've got a Fiend figure somewhere. Because like I say, all my figures are still in boxes at the moment, because I'm unboxing them to show you each and every figure as I unbox them, and then I put them on my display. And then obviously once I've finished unboxing my collection and getting them all up and that, I'll start posting little videos and pictures and stuff of how my collection's doing. Massively impressed with this. Massively impressed. I mean, that mask is superb as a figure. I mean, and like I say, with the lantern, I'm glad that they did put the interchangeable hands, so you could have, like, you know, it'd be a bit crap if you couldn't hold the lantern. Like, I think that's brilliant. I'll have to check though to see if the one with the blue Universal Championship, whether that actually comes with the head, with the lantern. But to be honest, yeah, I'd rather have this one anyway. I mean, yeah, I don't have to display if I got the other one with the blue Universal Championship, but I just always thought that looked a bit childish. In fact, you know what? I'm sure, off the top of my head now I'm talking about it, I'm sure that one of the figures comes with the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend version of the championship. So I might have a look at that actually, see how much that is, because I did like that championship. I thought that looked quite cool with his mask on the front of it and that. Overall, do you know what? I can't find a fault with it, to be fair. Like, the hair's brilliant. You can see the side of his head there, which you always could do. The mask's brilliant. The tattoo detail's brilliant. Oh, so obviously it's got even some detail in his boots with the red on. The lantern. Do you know what? As a display model, as a figure, I've got to give this a 10. 10 out of 10. For the first Fiend Elite, 10 out of 10. Yeah, happy with that. So, as always, thank you for watching. Give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe to my videos. Let me know, the Fiend. Is this the second Fiend figure? Is this the first Elite Fiend figure? I can't remember, but if you check out, or if you already know, drop me a comment and let me know what the answer is, because we'd be intrigued to find out whether I'm actually right about that. And also, if you know, let me know how many Fiend figures there actually is in circulation. Off the top of my head, I think there's about 6 or 7, maybe more. And then the 2 pops. So yeah, give us a rating. Let me know what you think of this Fiend. Is it the SummerSlam? Yeah, SummerSlam Elite Series 77. Let me know what you'd rate this out of 10. I've got to give it a 10. I think that's fantastic. I'm going to display it next to me, Bray Wyatt figure right away. So yeah, thanks for watching as always, and keep an eye out for my next unboxing video.